Well, it's week 11 of learning how to play the viola, and it's also week 2 of learning how to play the violin. And for this week, I'm not going to do too much playing for you today, just a few simple things, because I'm finding out that playing 2 instruments as opposed to just one definitely takes its toll on the hands, and so my left hand is getting a little sore this weekend, so I won't do too much playing for you here on camera. But I do have a lot to report for you. The first thing is that I was noticing that on my viola, when I was looking at it, I was like, you know, this bridge seems a little funny. It seems like it was too far forward, and it seems like I was constantly crashing into the bridge with my bow. And looking at other pictures of violas online, I was like, yeah, it's definitely too high up on the instrument. So I readjusted the bridge, got that back into place actually just about an hour ago. And so it's a lot easier now to bow on the instrument now without crashing into this. And it gives me a little bit more room too within the what they call the waist of the instrument, so that my bow's not banging up against the sides of the whatever this little thing, whatever you want to call it here is, where it points out. And then also I've been finding that my my bow hold is very poor. I figure since I'm now learning 2 instruments as opposed to just one, it probably makes sense to actually learn it right instead of having poor technique on 2 instruments. So I did a lot of research online to find out really what's the best way to hold the bow, because I knew I wasn't quite doing it 100% right, and I definitely wasn't. I was more just kind of grabbing that bow like a nice good manly grab here, and that's really not what you want to do when you're playing a stringed instrument. Actually finding out that the bow hold has to be a little bit, well, I don't want to say daintier, but it's definitely got a different, there's a different technique to it. And so the way you hold it, it's actually a little awkward, and it feels like it wants to come out of your hand. You got to like do a little circle here, and the thumb actually goes up against the tip of the side of the bow, and you've got your little pinky up here, and it's just like, whoa, gonna fall out. But anyway, I've been practicing with that, and that's making it a lot harder using this bow hold. But I do feel like I'm getting a little bit better tone by using this bow hold. So hopefully that'll pan out for me. And since I'm learning 2 instruments, I'm going back to some fundamentals here. I'm not really worrying too much about playing any music right now. So I'm just kind of going back, holding the bow the correct way, thinking about the bow stroke so that I'm staying perpendicular to the strings, and doing stuff like scales, stuff like that, stuff that's going to be boring for you to listen to. For example, doing just simple 1-octave scales. Then doing 2-octave scales. That's on the viola. Same kind of thing here with the violin, so you can hear the difference. And again, trying to think about my bow hold, which I don't know if I was actually thinking about when I just played the viola there, but let me make sure I'm thinking about it while I'm doing the violin. We'll start off with the 1-octave scale. Now the 2-octave scale. lost that one. Okay, so you know, that's what I've been practicing this week. You know, really focusing on my bow hold, really getting back to fundamentals, scales, things like that. Just trying to build up so that I can actually start playing some interesting music here for you. Anyway, that's kind of what I've been focused on this week, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks.